What can we expect to hear? What do you believe? Do you think there's still fraud going on in Minnesota and in all of these other states across the country?
Oh, 100%. And what we're hearing is the California fraud may be worse than Minnesota. But I want to say one thing. Today, I want to get to the bottom of what did Governor Tim Walz, angry Tim Walz, know? And when did he know it? And when he found out this was going on years ago, supposedly, what did he do to try to fix it? Because apparently nothing. He thought it was hogwash or buffoonery or some silly word that he says. But he's going to have to answer for this. He's supposed to come before the Oversight Committee in February also. But we're talking about fraud on a massive scale. The fraud, the numbers that we're talking about could exceed, meaning being larger than the actual economy of Somalia. Think about that. Somalia, their GDP is about $12 to $13 billion. We're talking about fraud that could be well north of that figure.
Yeah, no, it's just wild when we hear these numbers. And we know that Governor Walz, as you mentioned, he will not be at today's hearing. He is called to testify, as you said, in February. His office releasing this statement saying, quote, "This committee has a track record of holding circus hearings that have nothing to do with the issue at hand. While the governor has been working to ensure fraudsters go to prison, the president has been selling pardons to let them out." Your reaction to this statement, is this a circus hearing?
Absolutely not. And Tim Walz, if he doesn't show up, sir, you are going to be subpoenaed, and we will force you to show up before the Oversight Committee because you have to answer to the American people for the billions of dollars of fraud you allowed under your watch in Minnesota while you've been governor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Congresswoman, I want to switch gears here. This has been obviously a tough week for House Republicans with the tragic news coming that Congressman from California, Doug Lamalfa, passed away at the age of 65 following a medical emergency. Could you just share us your thoughts on the congressman? Everyone we've talked to this morning calls him the gentle giant.
Yes, Congressman Lamalfa from California was a gentle giant. He was the sweetest man. He would often have family or guests through the chamber and would introduce you to them. He would always ask you how you were doing, how are you feeling, how was your family. He knew the names of your children. He was just the nicest guy. And there's very little of that up here in Washington, but he really was a blessed soul, and my heart and my prayers are with his lovely wife, with his children, with everyone who loved him and his staff and employees, both in California and in D.C. Very, very tragic for everybody and his family and involved.
Yeah, and unfortunately, with this sad news, there is the crass math of it all. The GOP holding on to that slim majority, now made even slimmer by the passing of Congressman Lamalfa and the loss of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who quit earlier this week. Are you confident Republicans can hold on to the majority come November?
Well, no, I'm not. I feel like we could do a lot more. We don't have a lot of time to, I believe, implement all of Donald Trump's agenda. Republican primaries start in March. Texas is one of the earliest states, and I don't believe we've done enough. I mean, I'm looking at the immigration policies of the president. We could have codified some of the deportation, for example, of illegal aliens who are rapists, murderers, and pedophiles. We haven't done that yet. That bill's been sitting in the Senate for the last year, almost to the day. I think we could have done a lot more, but we'll see. We've got to take over, as Donald Trump said yesterday, President Trump, the health care issue. He has great ideas, great plans on fixing it with the health savings accounts and giving people the money back to make those decisions, meaning more competition in the healthcare market. He's spot on. Everything he has said has been the best idea for the country. He's going to go down as the best president in the United States, but I don't want to see the House or the Senate, particularly the Senate, which is the bottleneck right now, holding up his agenda and ensuring that we don't win the House. I'm very concerned about the midterms, and I know all of us are going to be working very hard to turn people out everywhere.
Yeah, and about 15 seconds, Congressman, before we let you go, with this very difficult math right now, can you even get anything passed to keep the government open at the end of the month? I mean, right now the majority is down to Thomas Massey voting yes, which he rarely, if ever, does.
Yeah, that probably won't happen. We have another member who's hospitalized after, I believe, a car accident as well. So it is a very slim majority. We have to be cohesive and work together as a team, which is very hard to do, for the betterment of our country. We have so much at stake, and it's not just one member, one person, but this is an entire country's future, as President Trump said yesterday. That's at stake, and we need to come together and make sure we implement his agenda 1,000%.
Information. truth is freedom, is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.